IMDb. It's on I think it's on Wikipedia.
Why?
No, technically, because I mean, to be fair, it's because she said it, and she didn't say it in a jokey way.
Hello and welcome to another Actor Behind the Voice. On June 3rd, 2012, a video was uploaded to YouTube entitled Pokémon Character Impressions, and we were all introduced to one of the VO world's rising stars. She went on to voice roles such as Cassie Holloway in Fallout 76, Katie in Final Fantasy VII Remake, as well as an excellent Harley Quinn in one of my favourite online shows, How It Should Have Ended. Possibly her most iconic role is that of Viola in Bayonetta 3, and she currently has 2.2 million subscribers on YouTube as BrizzyVoices. She is, of course, the wonderfully talented Anna Brisbin! Woo!
Oh my god. I love the specific, timestamp date.
I do my research, girl. And I wanted to look it up as well because I was just saying before we started recording that I was like, when did I see that video? And it was 2012.
Yeah.
And it was like the year the world we thought the world was going to end, and instead it was the year the world started. Because
exactly.
Because you did those Pokemon impressions. No, legit. I think I commented in one of your things that I was like, I remember sitting in the computer room, because that timestamps it as well, because it was the room for the computer. And I remember watching that and just being like, this woman is amazing. Oh my god. Not just the Pokemon characters, the Pokemon themselves, but the characters as well, and the male characters as well. And I was just like, this is insane.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like the first one I did that you mentioned, June 3rd, was a handful of characters that I felt like I could do kind of okay. And then after doing that, I was like, but I feel like I need to do all of them because that feels like more of a gimmick. That's more of a thing. So it was more of a quantity over quality for that one. Mm-hmm. But hey, it worked out.
Hey, look at that. It definitely paid off in the end. What was the, was there an inspiration or something? Were you just sitting around one day and you were like, I can do a bunch of Pokemon impressions. I'll make a video on YouTube for this.
Well, I had seen a bunch of abridged series and fan dubs sort of things. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember now if I'd even seen it of Pokemon. I probably hadn't. Now that I go through the motions, I feel like there were animations, fan animations of that sort, but not dubs using clips from Pokemon because those are immediately struck even in 2012. They are, and I know because those were technically my first videos on that channel were clips from the anime. Yeah, immediately gone.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Those are just in my YouTube studio, not public,
behind the scenes,
which
the
is fine because it's not like they were good. Yeah. So I wanted to do a bunch of stuff like that basically, so I just did that basically as a portfolio. The whole channel basically was to be a portfolio of here's a bunch of impressions I could maybe do for your fan videos / abridged series type things.
Yeah, kind of like a one big audition video, kind of like here's like you say, here's my portfolio kind of thing.
Yeah, because people would have auditions and then people would upload YouTube videos doing that voice or a couple of the voices that they were auditioning for. I'm like, what if I just upload them all ahead of time and then I can just be like, here you go. They're all there.
Because I feel like prior to that, I hadn't really come across videos like that where it was one person doing a myriad of voices.
Because it was impossible to source, honestly. What took the longest of that video was 3 separate days of filming because I had to track down a Pokemon episode for every Pokemon. And they weren't just available on YouTube in little clips at the time.
Right.
It just wasn't. I had to torrent Pokemon episodes. It was difficult.
That was 3 days of filming?
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's so cool. Oh
I wore the
my
same
gosh.
shirt so it looked the same.
Continuity. We appreciate that in the film industry. That's
yes, what they do in the movies.
That's how they do in Hollywood. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, we'll get into my usual intro question, but before we do, I want to know, prior to that video, were like your Pokemon voices, were they kind of like your party trick, or had you always known like, no, I'm going to do voiceover, but now or was it just like, here's the thing I do?
Yeah, not really. I think Jigglypuff was the only one that I had like heard before and like mimicked and been like, oh, that sounds like that. And I think I had done it before in front of people, and people have been like, whoa, okay, yeah.
Oh, hey.
I think that's the only one. Otherwise, I was just trying to act for TV and film on camera, and working with film students in college, because I was also in college at the time on like audio projects, audio dramas and such. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. I don't have to memorize anything. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter what faces I'm making, because I make a lot of faces.
Girl, preach. I cannot tell you. Yeah, because I did film and TV as well, and I hated the hurry up and wait of it all, and the like, let's get you in makeup and costume and everything, and you had to get here so early, and now you're going to sit for 2 hours and do nothing. And I was just like, why? And I'm hating my life and stuff, and it was just awful. Whereas, like you say, voiceover, it was like it didn't matter. And I notice this on camera a lot as well. I'm very eyebrow heavy when I act. There's a lot of this going on. So I was like, oh no. So yeah, that kind of.
I had a lot of acting teachers telling me to relax my face.
Isn't that the best way to someone to get them to relax? Just say, hey, just relax. Perfect. Yeah. Now I can. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. Well, it kind of bleeds into the intro question I usually ask, which is simply, how did you get started in voiceover? So was it the YouTube video when that took off?
Yeah,
was that the
basically.
impetus?
That was like the encouragement, or like the solidifier, basically. Because I had done those little audio dramas and such, I was like, this is fun and I want to do more of this. So I started the channel to do more like fan projects and stuff, because I was like, I have nothing to do this summer between years. Yeah, when it blew up, I was like, oh, what if I just focus on this then?
It's like a nice stamp of validation.
Yeah.
Like, we approve.
Ego boost.
Yeah, exactly. And then what did you do? You obviously, you made a ton of other videos. Are there any particular collection of voices that you've made a video that you're like particularly proud of, that you're like, yeah, from start to finish, that one?
It's two of them, I think. One is the 100 voice impressions, I think it is. It's either 100 voice impressions or 101. And it's just like the best ones that I think I could possibly do of voice impressions.
That's incredible. 100.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of characters out there, it turns out,
to
choose from. And I did it again with 101 different ones, but I don't think that one was as good because I'd already used my best ones in the first one.
Right. You're like, this is my B-roll. Like, no.
Yeah. And then a few years ago, I did 100 years of cartoon voices.
Yes,
which involved,
I remember that
costumes and such. And it wasn't 100 voices. It was just a couple characters from each decade.
Through the ages,
the 20s. Yeah.
No, I remember that. And I remember, the dedication in the costume and everything was great. But I'm, obviously, because, I'm in voiceover, but I'm very auditory receptive, to very subtle nuances and stuff. And I feel like you must be too, because your impersonations are so, richly perfect. I've spoken to AJ Locascio about this as well, who does flawless, Marty McFly and Harrison Ford and all this. And he talks about the very subtle minutiae. And I remember watching that Through the Decades video being like, there are so many. You could just think in 1930s, they kind of had that transatlantic voice. And that's surface level. And I feel like you just like went down, down, down. There was just so many rich layers of nuance and subtlety to the rhythm, to the cadence, to the fact that they would the mic that they'd be working with, and the way that they would be performing, and all this, that, and the other. Fucking nailed it.
It is interesting how acting styles have changed so much.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like in the early days of voiceover, anyway, they kind of treated it a lot like radio, and there was that whole like, it was the very first Scooby-Doo and things like that, where they had a laugh track and they would have to like deliver a line and like wait for the laugh track kind of thing, and it's like, okay, well, I guess that's one way.
They sitcomified it, I think, with Flintstones first. Yeah,
which was kind of the cartoon version of the Honeymooners, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I want to get into a sort of a deep question with you. So I was thinking about this because you wear so many hats now. So obviously, fast forward all the way to now. Here you are, Anna Brisbin, 2025. You wear so many hats. You're a YouTuber. You're a voiceover artist. You're a podcaster as well. Actor. Do you sing as well? Do you play an instrument?
No, when I'm forced to.
I mean, you sing as Jigglypuff.
Like
I know that.
To. Yeah, I'll sing as Jigglypuff. I'll go to karaoke, but I don't want to sing by myself. And I'll sing on auditions if I feel like it's a good fit, but
okay.
Not always.
All right.
Often if there's a singing requirement, I'm like, oh, I listen to the like thing they want me to sing, and I'm like, no, this is not for me.
Okay, but still a lot of hats. So, YouTuber, voiceover, podcaster, actor, How would you like to be defined as an artist?
I mean, the way you asking it now makes it seem like such a deep thing that I should have a good answer for, but I feel like my default has always just been voice actor.
That's great. No,
so
that's
I think it's just voice actor.
Perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
No, because I think a lot of times actors do a thing where they feel like they have to cover a lot of different things. We have to be like a writer, a director, a this, a slash. Everyone's a slash, right? I'm a slash. I'm a model slash actor. I'm a this. But to have like a laser focus, no, I want to be known as this,
Yeah.
As an artist.
I did direct for the first time on a professional project a few months ago, so that was exciting. I do want to do like casting and directing. I never want to write, never ever. No, thank you. But I would love to direct and cast.
That's so funny though. As a YouTuber, your whole thing has been creating content. Essentially, you would think that writing would be a natural.
Notice that I steal quotes from the shows to do impressions. It's very rare that I write the things. And I've also done the thing where I'm like, "Hey fans, you tell me what they should say. I'm gonna make you write this for me. I don't want to make it up."
What do you think is the fundamental difference, superficial or otherwise, between voiceover actor and actor?
Worrying about relaxing your face.
Yeah, and not having to do so as a voiceover actor. Yeah,
I think the fundamental difference, unless we're talking like mocap scenes where you do, is having to memorize or not.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest difference. Like, I think there is more pressure to convey something with your face, with your eyes on camera. And then in voiceover, there's more pressure to be like, how do you convey an eyebrow raise in your voice? But fundamentally, you're still just tapping into a character and performing these given circumstances. And I feel like the biggest difference for me is whether or not you have to memorize that. And then for motion capture, it basically is on camera because you are memorizing it and physicalizing it.
Have you done on stage stuff?
Not since high school, basically. I think I did one quick little show in college when I was home, but I was a theater major who did not do a single play at school. Because I was just doing on camera. I was doing student films because I was like, that's what I want to do. I'm not going to audition for these shows. So I just did a bunch of student films. But I did a bunch of theater in high school.
Okay, very nice. Well,
musical theater though.
Oh yeah. That's no, that's that's what I do. I do musical theater. But you kept mentioning memorizing. Are you not a fan then of memorizing?
I think I was actually pretty good at it. My only method was I would scribble the lines down over and over again on top of each other, and it would just look like a crazy person's scrawlings in a notebook, and I liked that end result. It would just drill the lines into my brain, but I think it's just so freeing as an actor to not have to think about what the line is coming up, to just have it there. Then it can just fall out of your mouth, I feel like, easier than if you're worrying about whether you've got the line right or not.
That's true. I've never actually thought about that.
People have figured that out, obviously, but it's just something I think I get more in my head about when I have to memorize.
Do you know, I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, maybe it's anecdotal or hearsay, but I heard a thing that Marlon Brando apparently used to, like, tape his lines in places off camera and would just, like, read his lines, because he hated memorizing lines, so he would, like, just have them off camera.
How would you remember what your eye line is for each line?
Well, that's the thing. Then he'd know where he was looking.
That.
So you'd have the line taped like on the door of the car, and the guy would be there, and he'd like look, and he'd see, that kind of thing. But apparently as well, I also heard again about Marlon Brando was that, especially during the Godfather era, was that he would mumble intentionally, so that he would be asked to come in to do ADR, so he'd get paid again. And I was like,
my God.
Way to work the system, man. Way to work the system. And I thought about that because I literally just did a project, and they were like, well, we'll let you know the series has pickups, and we'll let you know if we need you to come in. And I was like, money. And they were like, nah, you did a good job. We don't need you in. And I was like, what? No!
Less money.
No, I was like, no. They were like, my wife was like, you're not going to get paid? I was like, no, I did too good of a job, apparently. Have you done dubbing? You've done dubbing, haven't you?
I've done dubbing for video games that were localized, but not like anime or live action.
What video game dubbing did you do?
Bayonetta was technically dubbing, I believe. Guilty Gear Strive and Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. I don't know, I feel like a lot of the video games I've done were originally Japanese or Chinese or Korean. Yeah. Cookie Run Kingdom, Korean.
Who are you in Cookie Run Kingdom?
Pavlova Cookie.
Ah, that's brilliant. I love a
cute
Pavlova.
Little Cupid boy.
So, when it comes to dubbing like that, do they send you the clip of the voice that you are auditioning to be dubbing, or do they just be like, here's the character, like you're auditioning to dub it, come up with something?
Usually no. I've definitely gotten plenty of anime auditions where they're like, here's the show that's already out in Japanese. But for what I have worked on thus far, at least for ABBA, Guilty Gear, they were like, this character has existed in Japanese in previous games, but she's never had an English voice before. So here's what her voice sounded like in the old Japanese game, and then here's the new Japanese voice actress doing something on another game. Just to like give you an idea of what the character used to sound like and what the new actor sounds like on something else. And so I basically did one take that was in line with the original and one take that was more like the newer one.
Yeah, just kind of matching cadence, tone, pitch, that kind of thing.
They were very different, yeah.
I find it so interesting that someone who is so good at vocal mimicry and impersonations like yourself doesn't sing, or would opt not to sing, if that makes more sense, you know? Because it sounds like...
I'm way more self-conscious about it than voiceover.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to be self-conscious.
No,
like...
I'm just saying that's why I don't, because I'm like, don't listen to me.
But it sounds like you have such a good ear for it. It sounds like you have such a good ear for pitch that you think that would just naturally lend itself to being, you know, a fairly decent singer.
It's fine. Yakuza 0 director's cut just came out, and so that was the first time I had to sing for a voiceover job, because there's like a karaoke mini game. So I had to sing a song for that.
There you go.
It is so stressful, but we made it through.
Oh, I bet you were great. You were great.
Fine.
It's fine, AJ. Stop talking about it. All right.
It's on, I mean, like you said, it's on pitch. And that's all we can ask for.
We've asked about some of your favorite YouTube videos that you've created, but if you were to select maybe like a handful, not necessarily your best voiceover impressions, but maybe I would say just your favorite, or your most fun to do, the ones that you're like, I love doing this voice, and whatever it may be.
Interesting that you think those would be different things. That I would have a voice that I love doing, but I'm not good at, because that doesn't compute in my brain. Oh. Because my brain is like, if I'm not good at it, why would that be
I see what you mean. Because like, I think it's like, even if it's like a voice that's fun to do, like I could say that like it's fun to do a Christopher Walken impression, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, but I have a flawless Christopher Walken impression. But it's still a fun voice to do, you know.
I guess.
Just for kicks and giggles,
Virgo.
you know. Oh, are you a Virgo?
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to be correct.
Yeah.
See, I'm a Taurus. I'm like, I'm bull in a china shop.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, you take it or leave it. I mean, I need to be grounded, but also this is what it is. Like, you know. But yeah, okay. So for you, the voice has to be like, solid, locked in.
Good.
Okay.
So Jigglypuff, I love Jigglypuff because I don't have to think of any words. All I need to know is Jigglypuff. And
that's a very good point.
And she also has such range because she can sing. I feel comfortable singing as her for whatever reason. And she can get angry. She can be cutesy and fight, and I love it. And then I love Lil from Rugrats. Harley Quinn from Batman the Animated Series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. A few others I can't think of right now.
That's okay. I like those three. What would it sound like if Loki encountered Jigglypuff? It would sound like, what is this birdsome thing from Midgard? What are you?
Jigglypuff?
A Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff. Puff puff.
From what realm?
Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff puff.
Stop talking, babbling nonsense. I can't understand.
Jigglypuff.
So ridiculous. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's so funny. I don't know what it is about that voice. It's so good, but it's also created so much hilarity playing Smash Brothers with so many of my friends, and when anyone would play Jigglypuff. Do you play Smash Brothers? Have you played as Jigglypuff?
Yeah, I definitely used to more, but yeah.
Yeah.
Love some Smash Bros.
Oh yeah. Well, Jigglypuff has this amazing move where you can put someone to sleep, and then you can jump on their head, and if you do down special, I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it like does this anime like zoom in, and it's almost like instant kill, like, but it's so funny. Yeah. And especially with them going Jigglypuff, and when she flies away like Team Rocket.
Yeah. Oh, I
best.
love her.
Oh, hang on. We should do this. Okay, I'm going to do Jigglypuff, and you do Loki. Okay? All right. So first of all, I'll do my Jigglypuff, and then you do something as Loki. Because usually what I say is, hang on. Let's do this. So you do a couple of lines as Jigglypuff, and I'll try to match it.
Okay. Jigglypuff.
Oh my God. Well, there's no way I'm getting that high, but let's see.
Okay.
I need like helium or something on that.
Yeah, no, helium, you'd have it.
As high as I can go is Mickey Mouse, and I'm requested that a lot by my daughter. But all right, so Loki, this is your match. Ready?
Oh, God.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
Oh, God, it's so gravelly. Oh, God. Oh, it's such heft.
The heft.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
See, what's great is I feel that that's a new character. That's
so
cool. It is. I almost hear that as like this, this evil anime boy, like Ash, like a shadow Ash kind of thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. That was a lot of fun. Now, obviously, we can't talk to you without talking about, of course, Bayonetta 3. Well done. Well done.
Bayonetta 3.
How long did you work on that project?
I think it was 4 sessions of, I assume, 4 hours each.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was okay. Very nice. And how?
It was pretty quick.
It was very quick, yeah. But obviously, the game was done when you dubbed it. So were you watching the
Not done.
Oh.
They had timing basically figured out.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't done, and they were still. They had a camera. I mean, it was dubbed because we had lines, and I think it was actually only some of them. I don't think the whole thing was done with the original voiceover, but they had some quote motion capture type scenes where they had recorded Japanese actors in costume acting out the things, not in suits that would track their movement, just literally
almost like cosplay.
Yeah. Acting out the scene, and they would use that as reference, I presume.
Where is the footage?
I know. They should have this behind the scenes stuff.
That's so cool.
Out there, because it's so cool. But I did have a head cam also to record my face and mouth, so I didn't need to match any lip flaps or anything like that. It's just basic timing of how long the line is.
Okay, but that's interesting that they would already have the Japanese actors and everything they did. But then they also recorded your face. So did they alter the animation for the dub?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
They must have done, yeah, because otherwise why would they?
Yeah.
Okay. And am I right in thinking that also you got to work on this project with your aunt?
That's the... Yes, my quote... aunt.
Or aunt. Why is it?
What? No, I'm saying what the internet believes is my aunt.
Yeah, is that what the internet believes? Because I read that and I was like, what?
It's on IMDb. It's on I think it's on Wikipedia.
Why?
No, technically, because to be fair, it's because she said it and she didn't say it in a jokey way, and then no one ever corrected anyone.
Oh my God.
No,
people just can't take a joke, apparently. That is hilarious.
She's gonna be mad at me if she finds out that I'm correcting.
Oh, she's gonna be like, no, propagate the line.
Yeah, no, because I texted her after when it was on IMDb and stuff, and she's like, ha ha ha, I'm never gonna correct anyone. She thinks it's fun.
Of course.
I've mostly not been correcting anyone. But basically, before I even moved to LA, Griffin was very supportive of my YouTube content and stuff, and was you're really
nice.
good. When you come over here, I'll introduce you to my agent. We can get lunch, whatever. So she's been just very supportive and a cool little mentor in my early years, especially over here for voiceover. She was even in my short film. I did a stupid little fantasy short film live action thing several years ago, and she played the villain. She's just so nice. So she's more like a metaphorical aunt to me.
Yeah. That's
and so when
nice,
I was
though.
cast, when I was cast in Bayonetta with her, she's like, I'm so happy you heard this with me. It's your first big thing. And so she posted on Twitter to be all, guess who's finally recording a thing with her niece and blah blah blah. It's like, that doesn't sound like a joke. That just sounds like a real statement.
And the internet ran with it.
Yeah.
You know what though? It does. It speaks so true to the voiceover community that I have found as some of the most supportive and encouraging of their fellow performers that I've ever found in Los Angeles. Like, because I feel like a lot of other actors are very, very sort of cutthroat, or they can be like, everyone's competition. Everyone is,
I have to say that's a bigger difference than a memorization thing. I think that's the key difference between on-camera acting and voiceover is the atmosphere, the
community,
culture of competition versus support.
Yeah. Because I found work so much easier doing voiceover, I think primarily because so many people were supporting me and were like recommending me and getting people like, oh, I know I have this guy and you should talk to this person. Whereas in, TV and film, everyone was pulling up ladders left, right and center. Like, I'm in this now, but you can't get up there. And like my wife did a thing with Candy Mondo, who was obviously the voice of Dexter in Dexter's Lab, and she was like, talk to her, and I was like, it's not, I don't know. And of course I talked to her, and she's like, you're a voiceover actor? She's like, great, let's do this, let's do that, then come here and we'll do that. And I was just like, what? No one does this. What's going on? What's happening?
She also is in, I think, a different short film of mine, because Gray told her, like, you should do this with her, she's cool. So she just did, like, both of them did this for free, just like playing pretend on my YouTube channel. Just so nice.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. Yeah, the community, the voiceover community is bar none. They are so giving, so wonderful. So yeah, everyone is like a metaphorical aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, brother, sister kind of thing. It's very, very special. And tonight on a very special blossom, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just like randomly, do you go into, what's your go-to voice? Because a lot of people's go-to voice is like, they go, oh my God, and they go like Long Island, they do New Yorker, or they'll be like, oh my God, and they do like Valley Girl or something.
That's a great question, because I think it's subconscious, so I don't even know what it is.
And I knew a lot of people as well, and I don't know if it was because I was around them or just because that's who they were, but they would do British thing, I'd be around and they'd be like, oh, they'd be like, literally though, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I definitely used to do that way more. I think less and less in recent years for whatever reason, but it's probably like some sort of baby voice or something, is my guess. But
which sounds like?
I don't know if I'm just talking. I don't know. I don't know. It's not even a baby voice. It's just like a no, you.
Oh yeah, like the cutesy anime like thing. Kind of like Jigglypuff, like a human Jigglypuff kind of thing. Like,
right. It's not for baby, but it is just using the like. Just speech patterns and stuff.
It's almost Lil. It's like three layers off.
It's like Lil and Phil combined. I don't know.
What are the layers of Phil and Lil? What's the ingredients in that sauce?
Lil is up here. Wait.
See, sing her again.
She often has a little slide thing. And sometimes a little bit of the creaky, and the voice. I'm not doing her voice right now. I'm just showing like the speech pattern and lots of D's where there should be other things. And then when you put them together, they're more like Lillian. Sometimes she sounds really sweet, and sometimes she's really angry.
I love it. That's so good. Oh, it never fails to delight me how good voiceover actors are. They're just so talented. It's a treat for my ears, I tell you. It's so good. Oh, my goodness.
I often don't think about the layers, though, and maybe I should. But I feel like usually I hear a voice and I just try to wrap my throat around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I always tell this story. Maybe you have a similar story. I remember, so I used to work at Universal Studios, and you would sometimes come in and you'd see me as the conductor. But one time I remember the powers that be at Universal were like, we're going to have a new element at the park, and it is going to be a screen where you can talk to and interact with Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. And they were like, and I was like, this is amazing. Oh my goodness, this is the future. This is going to be so cool. And I get to be on the ground floor. When I tell you that I spent hours listening to that little freaking animated DNA on repeat till I nailed it. You know, when it was like, what was it? What was his line? It was, we take the DNA of a frog and put it in the egg, and we get a dinosaur. And I did that voice, and I kept doing it, Mr. DNA. And I was like, go, go, go. And then literally, obviously, because it's not the park, you know where this is going, they just turned around and they were like, yeah, scrapped. And I was like, good, well, I'm glad I put so much work into that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, and I talked to Andrew Russell about the amount of work he put into getting the voice of Rick Sanchez for Rick and Morty, and then he didn't get it. But has there been something that you've like you worked and worked and worked at a voice for an audition or for a project or something, and then now you just have it in your wheelhouse because it either didn't happen or you didn't get it? Like.
Ooh, I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
That's the other thing.
I don't know what the rules are.
Okay, the rule is you can be as subtle or like, you know, hinty as you want in the recorded thing, and then just tell me off air.
Okay. Yeah. I will say it wasn't to like fully take over this character, but there was a main Disney character, like main 5 or whatever they are, and I was gonna like fill in for a scheduling conflict, and I had like two callbacks, and like went in and was like singing as this character, and like I did a lot of work on that character, but yeah.
Wow.
Someone else got it. It didn't get scrapped. Someone else just got it.
No, I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's pretty cool though. Like,
yeah.
To even just, you know, get that far. That's awesome.
People get frustrated by like callbacks or like multiple callbacks and then not getting it. I am just so like grateful. I'm like, that means I'm doing something, right? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. And the
Give
fact
me more
when
callbacks that don't go anywhere. Give them to me.
Give them to me, all of them. And especially when, as well, you keep getting auditions from the same casting director and the same studio or something like that. Because obviously the casting director is like, this person. And they keep pitching you to, like, the same... it's, you know, they're like, but they're good. Like, you know, so... I do see positives where I can when it's a dry season and you feel like you're not booking... anything. Do you still make videos? Like, how do you stay creative in those dry seasons where you feel like you're not booking it? Sure.
I'm kind of burnt out on the YouTube side because it's been 13 years.
She says hesitantly, it's been 13 years.
You know, I've done like all the things that I wanted to do. So like occasionally something new will come up that I'm like inspired by, like, oh, I'll do like Baldur's Gate 3 impressions or what did I do recently? Like the new seasons of Pokemon. I want to do a Date Everything impressions video.
Because that video game
so when
is
new stuff
stacked
comes
with
along,
voiceover artists.
I know.
I know, and I was like almost got at my agents, and I was like, I didn't even get an audition. I was like, what is?
I don't even know if they did auditions. like standard auditions.
They may have just
I
asked.
feel like they just were like, we know a lot of people.
Well, I don't know, because literally the episode before this was Isaac Robinson Smith, and he did the voice of Telly the TV, and he auditioned. So, I don't know.
He just got the audition normally through his agent, not like a request.
No, he didn't go to, it wasn't like a side quest, like you must find the troll with the key and the riddle. No, but who are some of your voiceover inspirations?
Oh my God, my aunt.
Yeah, it was sucked. Keep it in the family, girl. Great Delisle.
Yeah, give me that nepotism, please. Gray Delisle Griffin. Anything. Oh my God, D. Bradley Baker is just anything Frank Welker. That's like, because I have no idea. Like I can't. I want to be able to do what they do so badly, and I literally don't think I physically
Yes.
Is that an inspiration when I'm like, oh, I just can't?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Or is that the opposite of inspiration?
No, I feel like you've scratched an itch in my brain right now. Like that is 100% what I mean. I think I said in a TikTok, I was like, I just want a lesson with Frank Welker to teach me how
do I access my sinuses for sounds? How do I do that?
The Cave of Wonders voice without dying. How? Yeah. How do you access the sinuses? When I see, and I've watched countless videos of him trying to do it, being like, no, I'm going to figure this out. Sorry, I don't mean to like stomp on what you were just saying or like be like, no, I'm going to talk about it now. But like you said that, and it unlocked something in my brain. I was just like, yes. Yeah, and the fact that I see D. Bradley Baker's name appear in fucking everything, like all these different cartoons and all these different things, and I'm just like, he was in that. But you've got a series of monster voices that you've done and are amazing.
Yeah, but I think humans could duplicate that. It's not like on an where in your face does that even come from sort of level.
That is true.
But yeah, I love doing monster voices. I'd love to do more. I took a class with Andrea Toyas for monster voices, and that was more about like finding the character and getting weird with it, less about how to vocalize through your sinuses.
I want that. I want the technical aspect of almost like a dance lesson, you know? Like, this is physically what you need to do. Because you know the Donald Duck voiceover actors, like Tony Anselmo and that, and they talk about the
pocket.
The pocket, the trick.
Yeah.
And it's got a name or something, and he can do it even if he completely lost his voice.
Yes.
Like, I want someone
I almost mentioned that as similar to, like, you access the sinuses. How do I access the Donald Duck pocket? I don't understand. Is it either you're born with the pocket or you're not?
Completely. I want to understand. Thing? I want to know how to do it.
Can you loop your tongue into a clover? Can you access the pocket in your cheek?
Right. And that's the other thing. And again, that links back to singing, because I felt that I had a really good singing teacher in Los Angeles, Michael Scott Harris, shout out. And he helped me access a belt, which I previously didn't have. And that allowed me then to do this with the uvula in the back of my throat. Because previously I could only roll my R's like that. But it wasn't like the... it's like the Jeff Goldblum growl. But after I could do that, all of a sudden I had a myriad of zombie sounds that I could do.
For sure.
It was like... And it was back there. Whereas previously I couldn't do that without putting it way in the throat and then losing my voice after 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But it came almost like as a symptom of a singing lesson.
Yeah.
So, I
was going to say more and more singing lessons and working on that range is probably the best thing you could do to find that Cave of Wonders voice.
That Cave of Wonders, I have no idea. Yeah. Like, Abu, I can figure it out. Megatron, I can kind of figure it out. Cave of Wonders, not a clue. Not a clue. I have no idea where it's placed. I listen to it over and over and over and over and over again, and I still, the amount of times I'm going, like, no, it's in the throat. And it's the same with the Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. I just want a lesson, Frank Welker. If you're watching this podcast or listening to this podcast.
Absolutely, we know you're a fan. I feel like another inspiration that I have to mention is Deborah Wilson, because I just want her brain.
In a jar.
Her
on my desk.
Utter fearlessness, and I can't wrap my head around it. She has no fear and will dive in headfirst into anything. No fear of being, like, she'll pick up a chair and throw it. Like, do anything.
For those listening or watching who don't know who Deborah Wilson is, quickly give a brief synopsis of Deborah Wilson's work.
Oh, God. Okay, the first thing I think of is, one, the giant lady in God of War Ragnarok. She is this, like, priestess lady in Diablo 4 that's in a bunch of the trailers. I haven't actually played Diablo 4, but I know she's a big part of it. She was on Mad TV back in the day.
But why do you want her brain? Like, what is it?
You have to listen. Have you ever listened to her talk in an interview of any kind?
I haven't, no.
Because just the way her mind works, she is such an artist for art's sake. Like, she doesn't give a shit about anything other than just being this character. She Deborah is gone. Like, every time.
Very method. Just completely disappears,
Yeah. And she's so kind and so cool. She's not on any social media at all, so I can't even, like, stalk her and be like, how do I become you?
I love that.
Just in every video game under the sun. I think she's a big part in Jedi. Is it Fallen Warriors? Or I don't know, one of the Jedi games recently.
I love that when a voice actor can be in something and you're like, that's them? Because I know a lot of, like, the most prolific voice actors you can identify them right away. Like, I can pretty much almost always pinpoint, that's Billy West. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, you know what I mean? There's always a tonal quality of that kind of thing. But when someone can just completely vanish, like, their voice is nowhere to be found in that voice. Setting aside the Donald Ducks, because that's kind of like, that's a trick. That's not really, that has nothing to do with their vocal cords. So we're gonna give that a pass. But yeah, when they can do a myriad of characters and you not be able to be like, that's so and so. Man, that's impressive.
Yeah. I feel like she's still probably even recognizable in a bunch of them. But it's just her approach and her mindset that I wish I could tap into more.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds very freeing.
100% agree. Do you have anything in the pipeline that you can talk about? I know NDAs are a thing. But anything you can either allude to or actually talk about? She says with a scrunchy face.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's good.
Damn.
That's good. Those NDAs, they're working. That's good. Do you have any projects that you want to pitch? I know that you had a podcast, Fantastic Geeks, and where to find them.
Yeah, we haven't returned to that in quite a while, but it's there if you want to listen to it.
Yeah, it's still there.
I am far more frequently now than that on my D&D podcast, Cast Party. We're on our second campaign now. I'm also guesting on our side show, which is A Curse of Strahd, on the same
and also,
podcast.
Sorry to interrupt, but congrats on your little appearance on Actually. Oh, it's so good. And you freaking nailed it, naming all those video game characters.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Man,
what a dream.
I was so proud. I literally was like, I was so proud. I was like, yeah, Anna, yeah, go.
Especially because I was called in the day before.
Day
before.
Really?
They had someone, Damian Haas was supposed to be on it and he got COVID. And so if he texted me and was like, are you free tomorrow? And I'm like, yes, I'll go. I'll do it.
That's
yes,
so cool.
I never could have dreamed that.
No,
it could
that's
be
one
on
of my
this
favorite
show.
shows. That and Game Changer.
Yeah.
Game Changer's next, I feel like. You'll be on that.
Yes.
No noise.
The thing is, I need a game changer that's like all... Like did you watch Roulette recently? So Roulette is one of the more recent episodes of Game Changer where they spin a wheel and they get rules and they have to do these rules like do your best Christopher Walken impression and you can only speak in questions and blah blah blah, and they like earn and lose points based on following the rules. I want to do something like that where it's like I just have to follow the rules and do the silly gags.
Yeah.
If it's something like Big Brain, I don't know if I have like the wittiness, the improv skills. I don't know.
Like Brennan.
Yeah. How his brain do that.
Yeah, I've known a couple of people like that in my time. Have you ever done improv?
I've done UCB 101 and I did Groundlings 101, but the Groundlings one was over Zoom, so I don't even know if that counts.
Oh, it counts. Definitely. If
Okay,
a podcast over Zoom counts, then that counts. Don't write off Zoom. We're on Zoom. They can hear us.
Yeah, but that's like training for a very specifically in-person art form.
That's true.
Know.
Fair.
It was the pandemic.
It was. During the pandemic, I did an improv show on Zoom. And the funniest thing I did was we had to get them to guess that we were at a playground, and my improv scene partner and I were on two different screens, and we started to act out a seesaw, and we were literally just doing this on our screens. It was the dumbest thing ever, but
bobbing
apparently
up and down with a delay.
Apparently it was very funny, but. Yeah. Oh, the things we did during the pandemic. What a fever dream that was.
I know.
Where can the people find you on social media?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I guess another thing I could shout out is I'm on Twitch. Twitch.tv/BrizzyVoices. I stream like 3 or 4 times a week, playing a bunch of games, playing a bunch of Date Everything right now. And
that's awesome.
Clear Obscure. Expedition 33. So good. And then I'm on everything else. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, BrizzyVoices.
Oh, yes. And this is where I also have to finally apologize to you as well, because it wasn't. No, seriously, you're gonna laugh, but like literally when I realized this, I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking dork. So I created my TikTok account, right? And I was like, they were like, you need a username, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use this for voiceover. I need a voiceover name. Oh, I'll be Alastair Voices. And it wasn't until like maybe a year later that I was like, I just copied BrizzyVoices. I'm such an idiot.
I do not have trademark over the word voices.
No, I know you don't, but I basically just you inceptioned my brain, and I just thought like, oh, there's a thing I can do, and it wasn't until afterwards that I literally was like, I'm a dork. Oh well, all right, well.
Okay, no, but I love that. It makes me feel so influential.
Well, thou art an influencer, art thou not?
At times.
At times. Well, Anna Brisbin, BrizzyVoices, it has been an absolute delight to talk to you. I feel like we could talk to you forever and ever and always, but we must wrap this up. Would you like to give a fond farewell as one of your characters?
I could say goodbye, I suppose, as Abba from Guilty Gear. And I won't miss this at all. I'll be fine. Can we do it again?
Very good. Well done, Anna Brisbin. And so if you didn't know the actor behind the voice, now you do. It is Anna Brisbin. Thank you so much for being here. And goodbye.
Well, thank you so much